So we're here at Tongli Water Town. So far we've only seen like the first bit of the first street.
Yeah, and we're already so happy we came.
I'm in love.
Tongli, Water Town and Suzhou are both incredible places to visit in China. Being so close together, we thought why not try and do them both in one day. Hi guys, good morning, and today we're heading to Suzhou.
Yeah, we're just on our way to the metro.
Yeah.
It's 5 something in the morning.
Yeah, pretty early. We're hoping to make the most of today, but for now we're heading on the metro to head to the railway station. Yeah, and we're going to be getting the metro through to the Shanghai railway station where we get our train.
Really excited. So first we're going to try to do Tongli and then we're
本次列车终点站
Tongli, Water Town and Suzhou are both incredible places to visit in China. Being so close together, we thought why not do them both in one day? If you're having the same thoughts, we can now tell you why that's probably not the best idea. But first, join us on our crazy hectic day through the unforgettable ancient water town of Tongli and the beautiful city of Suzhou, known for its classical gardens, but there's so much more to it than just that.
One thing just to note is we pre-booked our tickets and had to pick them up from the ticket office. But the ticket office is actually like another block over from the railway station. So you will need to head there first. So allow 5-10 minutes just to go and do that.
At least, because to go to the metro, you kind of have to turn behind
Yeah, and we had 0 lines to do, so bear that in mind.
So across the road, get to the railway ticket office, pick up the ticket and then come back to the railway station. We'll have one security check and then you'll have promenade to the area and we'll cut the way out now.
But for now we're about to jump on the train, so we'll take you there.
Right behind us here, and it's about this train about 33 minutes to get to Suzhou.
Dear passengers, welcome aboard the CRH train. Please protect the facilities on the train. Thank you. If you need any help, please look up the service guide or talk to the attendants. 女士们、先生们，欢迎您乘坐修正集团冠名的品牌列车。列车到达。
Hi guys, so we just jumped off the train here in Suzhou.
So it was really quick. It had one stop along the way, super quick. We got here at about 7:21, I think it was, and we got on the train at 6:47.
Yeah, but the train's really clean.
Yeah.
We got our seats easily. The toilets were nice enough actually, Western toilet there. Yeah, little bit of snacks in there, but generally speaking we just got on the train and got off here in Suzhou.
Yeah, so super easy, and now we're here at Suzhou railway station, and we're about to go and find Metro Line 4 to take us straight to Tongli.
将身份证放在蓝色门宣处，通道门打开后出站，请出站的旅客排好队，右手是朝上，插入投票口，进行投票后。
So we got our tickets easily enough and then headed to the metro, where it was packed for the first half of the trip, but by the end we had a seat to ourselves.
This train is bound for Tongli Station. 注意脚下安全。We are now at Tongli Station.
So we just got off the metro at Tongli station. It took us about 53 minutes, I'd say, but it was really easy. The second half of it we got a seat, so that was fine. And we had read that you could get off, head to exit 10 and look out for the place to buy Tongli tickets. If you buy them here, which we've just done, they're actually a discount of 12%. So instead of 100 RMB, it's 88 RMB per person, and it includes the sort of tourist bus to get you there and get you back. So we've just got a little map here and our ticket. I believe you exchange these at the gate when you get there for the proper ticket. So it's good that you can get it a little bit cheaper and get your transport to and from. The buses run every half hour to get you there and get you back. Last bus was at 5:30, I think she said. And the first bus, I believe, is at 8. So keep that in mind. We're heading off now and we'll go see. So this is where you come up at exit 2 at the end there. You'll see this corridor to your left, and if you take the corridor the whole way along. What did he say? And then you turn down there, and that's where you can get the bus from.
Right down the end.
Right down the end. So there's also, we have the tourist bus in our ticket, but you'll also see bus number 725, and that's the public bus you can get if you don't get tickets the way we did. Yes.
So we made it onto the bus and left right on time at 9 o'clock.
And we're actually on this shuttle bus, so it's a bit of a shame. It's a big bus going there with just the two of us, but
it's not every day you get a bus to yourself though.
And it was included in the ticket, and the ticket actually is cheaper than buying at the door. So far so good.
Cheers.
So we're here at Tongli Water Town. So far we've only seen like the first bit of the first street.
Yeah, and we're already so happy we came.
I'm in love, it's stunning. It feels like people actually still live here. There are a few shops of course, but it just feels like local life, and it's just so pretty, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So we'll go for an explore and show you guys around, but so far I highly recommend it.
Yeah, first impressions are amazing.
Yeah. We really loved exploring Tongli Water Town, and here are some of our absolute favourite things to do in Tongli. So Tongli is full of incredible ancient bridges, and some of the most popular to visit are the three bridges. So this is literally three bridges that form a natural circular road where the canals meet. So these are known to bring good fortune and happiness, and it's a custom to walk over the three bridges during celebrations to bring peace and tranquility, luck and long life. So we definitely made sure to make our way over the three bridges during our time in Tongli.
Not too far from the three bridges is a residence called Chongben Hall, which is known for its wood carvings and architecture. Another place we enjoyed having a walk through was the Taihu Water Conservancy Pavillion. So here we enjoyed looking at the displays and learning about the history of the Water Conservancy in Tongli.
Visiting Pearl Tower was actually one of our favourite things to do in Tongli Water Town. If there's one thing you do when you get to Tongli, I definitely recommend not missing out on this one. So don't expect to see an actual tower. This area is filled with gardens, residential areas, canals, bridges, an opera stage and beautiful architecture. This site is like a large maze, so what you see when you first walk in is not what you'll end up seeing by the end. Our favourite area was actually right near the back where there is a large canal, bridge, boat and opera stage. It's absolutely stunning, and it's actually a little bit hidden, so there's not too many people around when you get to this and you feel like you have it all to yourself. So So we're here actually in the Pearl Tower. We are actually in a tower at the moment, but it is a whole big massive area of gardens and like little residential areas. It's amazing.
Yeah, so far we've done a handful of spots, and some of them been better than others, but so far this has been our favourite, this one.
Yeah, Pearl Tower, and I think it was Chongben or something like that Hall that was really amazing too.
Yeah.
But they've all been really great, so definitely recommend coming here. So far we have just loved everything we have done.
Yeah, definitely.
So another one of our absolute favourite places to visit in Tongli was Jiayin Hall, otherwise known as the Good for Posterity residence. So although this house was built in 1922, it was designed in the style of the Ming Dynasty and according to the principles of feng shui. There's a front hall, middle garden and a rear two-storey building in alignment with the front entrance at the lane and the back entrance at the canal.
One thing that we really loved about Tongli was just walking around all the streets, crossing over a lot of other bridges and just taking it in when we were there. One street definitely worth checking out is Mingqing Street, which still displays a lot of traditional architecture style from the Ming Dynasty and the Qing Dynasty.
So one of the most popular things to do in Tongli Water Town is to visit Tuisi Garden, otherwise known as the Retreat and Reflection Garden. So this garden was actually listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2001. Walking through this garden is extremely peaceful, even with the other tourists around you. Here you'll see beautiful architecture, gardens, bridges and water areas.
We didn't hang around in Tongli for a meal, but we did still get to try their famous sock bottom crisps. So these are basically a flatbread that get their name from being shaped like the bottom of a sock, and we really enjoyed them.
Our time in Tongli, we actually ended up spending 3.5 hours. We kind of thought we'd only need a couple, and to be honest with you, I think we could have spent a couple more.
Yeah, we didn't have like a meal there or anything like that, so if we were going to have lunch or dinner or something like that there, you could add all that on easily.
And there was more streets and areas to explore. There's an island to go to that we didn't do, so you could easily spend a couple more hours. But we wanted to try and fit in Suzhou and Tongli Water Town in one day trip.
Yeah.
Now that we're in the middle of that, I kind of think that's a bit ambitious because we're only going to see a few sites in Suzhou, and I'd really love to have a little bit more time in both places.
Yeah, look, like I definitely think that when we finish today, we're going to be very happy that we did both.
Yeah.
But in saying that, you could very easily do both of them as their own day trip.
Definitely. And if you have the time, definitely spend at least 1 or 2 nights in Suzhou, so you can make that happen easily.
Yeah.
We're sort of based in Shanghai at the moment, so we're just coming here to try and make the most of a day trip.
Yeah.
We're considering maybe coming back and doing more of Suzhou, depending how much we get done this afternoon.
Well, it's only about half an hour on a fast train from Shanghai, so we very well might end up back here.
Yeah, and when you book your tickets to come to Suzhou on the bullet train, you can book them online. We use trip.com, which was formerly ctrip.com. Basically, the online booking platforms will add a $5 booking fee to each ticket, but it does save you a lot of hassle and a lot of time.
The lines at all the train stations that we've ever been to in China have been so long when you've gone to buy tickets at the station.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that later today to get back, so hopefully they're not too long, but it might seem like a big booking fee considering how much the ticket is, but it's worth it.
All up, we paid 26 Australian dollars for 2 one-way tickets on the bullet train to Suzhou from Shanghai. And we'll probably pay maybe 16 Australian dollars to return because we're booking those tickets at the train station here. The thing I love about travel is no matter how much you do it, there's always new challenges in a new place. I'm not gonna lie, when we arrived back in Suzhou, we could not figure out how to get into the main part of town. We walked everywhere we could, we followed maps, then made sure not to follow maps, and then gave in and decided to get a taxi to the humble administrator's garden, as we didn't really have any time to waste.
Well, we got off the metro and we thought we'd be able to walk there in about half an hour, I thought it said, but we've been struggling around trying to get our bearings. So now the operation has changed to just try and find a taxi, I think.
Yeah, so Google Maps isn't exactly telling us exactly where we are. It's not matching with the streets. So even though we can kind of figure it out, we've only got a few hours left in Suzhou before everything's shut. So we're just going to try and grab a taxi, go to, I think, the humble administrator's garden is our first stop. So given that we didn't have much time in Suzhou, we thought why not pick the largest classical garden in Suzhou to explore. Okay, so you buy your tickets from this building that is next door to the entry. That is over here. So we've just almost finished our walk around the humble administrator's garden here in Suzhou.
Yeah, and it's a little bit smaller than I thought. It's still quite big, but a little bit smaller than I thought. But overall, really beautiful.
I think it's only smaller because it's like the biggest garden here, so we had these massive proportions in our head.
Yeah, no, it is big. It is big. I'm not trying to steer you in the wrong direction. It's a big garden.
But it's not overwhelmingly big, it's nice. So it's really, really beautiful. I was umming and ahhing about coming here because I heard there's so many people here, and there are.
Yeah.
But it's really worthwhile, I think. Like it's really pretty. It's still tranquil even with all the people.
Yeah.
I really, really loved it.
Yeah.
And
how long do you think we've been here?
I have no
2 hours?
idea.
Hour and a half?
Hour and a half maybe?
Probably an hour and a half I think we've been here, but we've kind of flown by. We haven't really stopped anywhere other than with crowds.
Yeah.
But you could easily spend 2 hours here.
Definitely. Or more if you want to relax and take it all in.
Yeah.
We are about to try and head off to the Master of Nets garden.
Yeah.
And see what that's like. That's meant to be the smallest garden in Suzhou, so that should be really nice.
Yeah. The whole day's been running so quick, so we're hoping to make it there with enough time to really have a look around and enjoy it. So we'll take you there now.
So after we left the humble administrator's garden, we jumped in a taxi and headed to the Master of the Net's garden, which is the smallest garden in Suzhou. But unfortunately we got there a little bit too late and were unable to buy tickets. So instead we headed towards the canal and had a really amazing walk down there at sunset. We saw incredible bridges, boats cruising down the canal, and ended up at the Panmen scenic area and gate.
So we're just in the Panmen scenic area.
It's so stunning. You've got the Panmen gate behind the camera. You've got this amazing bridge here, and this is one of many that we've just walked past.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, and we're here at sunset too, which has really made it really amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
So we walked down Renmin Street or Renmin Road, and then hit the river, and then turned right and started walking along this area.
Yeah.
It's really, really beautiful. Definitely recommend it when you come to Suzhou.
Definitely.
Once the sun set and it got dark, we headed into Guanqian Street. And then walked on to Pingjiang Street, which is an ancient street by a small canal in Suzhou. It's lined with shops and restaurants and ancient buildings. It was really buzzing with people and the atmosphere was great. So after we finished up here, we headed back on the metro to Suzhou railway station. We want a lot of freedom on this day trip to Suzhou, so we didn't buy a return ticket, but this ended up meaning we wasted a lot of time waiting in line at Suzhou to buy our tickets back to Shanghai. I think we spent over an hour waiting in line to get our tickets back, so definitely recommend thinking about what time's best for you and getting a ticket in advance. We absolutely loved our day trip to Tongli Water Town and Suzhou, but as you can see, doing both in one day meant that the day will be very hectic and you won't be able to see and do everything you wanted to in either place. So if you have the time, each place deserves its own day trip, or better yet, a good idea might be to stay in Suzhou for a couple of nights, then you can explore Suzhou and you can explore Tongli from there.
So we hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out our blog AlmostLanding.com for further details about our day trip to Suzhou and Tongli, which we'll link below.
If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, we'd really appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. So the next video in this China series will be our day trip to Hangzhou, where we also visit the tea fields and had an amazing day. So hope to see you there.
So much beauty to look at that we just couldn't sit in the car, we had to get out.
Yeah, so we're just walking up to the village because this is all along the way, and then we're going to walk from this village to Longjing village, which is actually Dragon Well Tea Village.